Hey there, boys and girls. Welcome to Dirt Guy Drive Time. I'm Steve Brown. I'm your driver. Oh, yep. Another one of those days, people. I like doing silly voices. It kind of makes me feel special. Hey, it is Wednesday. That's how we say it in America. Wednesday, August the 21st, and it's hump day, so get humped, I guess. Why is there a motorcycle honking? Hey, get in a real lane, bitch. You're honking at everybody. Oh, road rage again. Oh my gosh. I didn't mean to start the show this way. It just comes out sometimes. So anyway, I'm your host, Mr. Rourke from Fantasy Island. Heading home from work, as always. And you know, just kind of one of those days, frankly, at work that I often have. I got to work and, you know, things just aren't going fast enough. So I brought the framing foreman up and I said, hey, framing foreman, this isn't happening fast enough. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I want all these floor joists in. I want the deck on. I want to go to the second floor, baby. And he's like, but this excuse, but that excuse, but this excuse. I said, your excuses are horse shit. Something like that. I don't know that I was that abrupt, but I was thinking it. And so he's like, this guy's in my way. This is keeping me. And I said, I'll tell you what, I don't give a flying rat's caboose. Get on it. If there's somebody in your way, if there's somebody keeping you from doing it, you tell me personally, and I will put a stop to that right now. You feel me? And it's like, oh, CCC, okay. He did this a lot. I don't know if he was understanding a word I was saying, frankly. But I have to tell you, I think the word spread throughout the job from that moment forward because, man, were subcontracting foremen avoiding me like the plague, baby. Nobody was like, oh, crap, Brown's in the mood again. Well, Brown is in the mood. I'm trying to build a job here, people. I want to go to the second floor. That's amazing. I've never built a multi-story building before. But don't tell anybody I said that. Anyway, so there you go. Bob's your uncle. I got that done. If you remember from last night's Dirt Guy Drive Time, I was talking about it's my ship. What'd I say? I run my ship the way I run my ship. And if you remember, I was a little angsty at my general super duper intendant over some things he did in my private space. He was up in my privates. I just love it when I just start laughing at my own damn jokes. I just start laughing, and I think I'm funnier than shit. Anyway, he got up in my privates, and I made a video about it, and well, I didn't really hardly hear a peep from him today, so there's a chance I'm not actually still employed by this company, and nobody told me yet, so therefore he did not call. I hope everything's cool because I rocked it today, super duper in charge. I had a deal where I sent in some numbers to the design team, a change order I wanted approved for my framer to fix a honk up that the design team made. There was a conflict in the drawings and we picked option B, and apparently they're like, well, why didn't you pick option A? Well, if I picked option A, then I'd be charging you to go to option B. There was no good option. We went with option B. So he didn't like the number I turned in, and he came back with a number that was 1/3 the number. And I was like, I started typing, did you used to work in the car business? But I didn't. I took his numbers and I added hours and dollars to him. I sent it back. I'm like, this is what it's going to take to do the thing at a minimum, bro. And then he called me. Yep. You know, when I look at my phone, it says the Cobra is calling me. That's the owner. That's the developer, the owner's rep. And whenever I see the Cobra, I used to go, oh crap, it's a Cobra. Nah, I'm going to die. But then now I see the Cobra as a challenge. I see it as a force to be beaten. And I did so again twice today. Once in an email, I shut his shit down. I was very excited by that, by the way. Very respectfully, politely, but bro, this is my house. I know my own damn rules. And then on the phone call, he's like, well, I don't understand this, and I don't understand that. And I'm like, well, did you see the pictures I sent? You see how it's all like this and this and this? He's like, well, yeah. And I'm like, well, one guy can't lift that piece of wood by himself. It takes two guys to do it. So that's double the time that you think it's going to take. And he goes, well, why didn't you use option A? the design team saying that if you used option A, we would never have a problem. I said, nope. If I used option A, now you'd be paying me to put a windowsill in 3 feet closer to the floor instead of raise the top of it 3 feet up. You're gonna pay me either way, bro. And he qualified by saying, reluctantly, you know, I believe, I agree with you in theory, and well, I don't want to be the one that holds everything up, so okay, I'll go ahead and approve it. Boom, I won again. You know what? I used to be in the car business, and one of these days we should talk about that, because I have some tips for you on how to buy a car and just pork the dealership when you do, because trust me, they're out to pork you. I used to be one of those guys. I wasn't comfortable with it though, but let's move forward. I used some salesman tactics where you basically hit them high. Boom. How much is this car? It's $1,000 a month. They're like, $1,000 a month? That's ridiculous. That's highway robbery. I can only afford $750 a month. All right, let me see what I can do at $750 and come back. Guess what? Great news. I got it for $795. It's only $45 more for this beautiful car. People are like, really? And you're like, oh yeah. Meanwhile, I could have sold it to them for $400 a month, but they think they got a deal. Anyway, pulled that little number on the Cobra. You know, the problem is, I'm so unafraid of the Cobra now that I think if I went to a reptilian place, I'd walk right into the Cobra pen. Hey, bitches, how's it going? And for the my wife is probably not too thrilled about that. Hey, but today the main thing, fake it till you make it. Let's get into that a little bit, shall we? As you know, I have not been a superintendent before, and but I'm acting like I have been. All right, and I'm getting to something with this, but I'm going to use my project engineer as an illustration. My project engineer culturally is from Chennai, India, where I've actually visited 3 times. World traveler. Yep, in the house. Well, in the truck, actually. But hey, there's a corny joke. So the thing is, he's 26 years old. He's very intelligent. He's got a master's degree in construction management. And he's working for me as a project engineer, whatever. But he's also very respectful, very soft-spoken. He'll come up to the door of my office, and whatever his opening words are, I can't hear him. I'm like, what? I start getting into that. I told him, once he moved permanent full-time onto my job site instead of 2 days a week, I sat down with him and the assistant superintendent, and I said, you got to understand something, son. You're out here with us cowboys now, all right? It ain't like no office gig where you came from. We're cowboys out here. We swagger. We cuss. We smoke. Well, I'm the only one who smokes. Pussies. So I said, you need to work on that a little bit, all right? So when you come to my door, don't come to my door and go, Steve, I need to talk to you for a second. Because I'm just going to go, what, Prudvy? Like that. I'm going to scare the shit out of you. And I've done it too, and it has. I think one time he had to go to the bathroom. He just pissed himself. Anyway, so now one of the things I told him was, when you're walking around out there with all these hoodlums that are building our job, you can't come out there all Mr. Soft Nice Guy. They won't respect you. They won't take you seriously. They won't believe that you are the blank with the walk. I inserted the word blank instead of a vulgar term. The chicken with the walk. You got to come out there like, you mean business. I know what I'm talking about. So it's this confidence that in which you portray it and you watch them respond to that, it bolsters your confidence. I'm not talking about arrogance. Arrogance is walking out there going, hey, bitches, you all suck and I don't. Ha, ha, ha. That's arrogance. That doesn't work. People just hate arrogant people. It's like, I'm just waiting for an opportunity to shank that person. Like that. Confidence. And so, as an example, I'll stand in one of our subcontractor meetings in the trailer, and I stand and they all sit. And I have an agenda in front of me that I write up. And I go, first thing on the agenda, boom, boom, boom. We're not doing this anymore, people. It's going to go down like this, or I'm going to start doing this to those people. Does anybody have a problem with that? Does anybody have any questions? Now, here's the deal. Some of this stuff I'm just making up. I'm just inventing as I go because I don't really know. But they all believe I know what I'm talking about. That's amazing. The the Cobra will call, hey Steve, how long to frame the second floor? And I'll just go like, 2 weeks. 2 weeks, done. And he's like, hey, great, 2 weeks sounds good. Now, I don't know if that's really achievable, but he believes I believe what I'm talking about. So I say it with confidence. So I've been telling that to my little friend, my project engineer, and now his office is way at the other end of the trailer, and I'll go like, I'll call his name. Let's say his name is Q. I'll go, Q, and he goes, yes, Steve. Like that. Now everybody respects him. So anyway, those are my wandering thoughts. I think if you fake it till you make it, if you just display that confidence when you're in a situation, people are naturally inclined to believe that you know what you're doing and you know what you're talking about. It's working for me. It's working for my project engineer, who every now and then I like to play jokes on, but we'll get into that another time. So anyway, hey, that's a whole lot to share with you of a bunch of disparate things. That's what I got on my way home. So until I see you again tomorrow for the big date night pregame show, make it a great evening and think of me in your prayers.